All right, well, good afternoon, Central Georgia. We are dealing with some severe weather across the area as we speak. So right now we are underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. It's in effect for Bleckley, Lawrence, Twiggs, and Wilkinson counties. Again, that goes until 12:30 p.m. this afternoon. All along that system that is bringing us that severe weather across the area. The yellow colors, that is going to be your severe thunderstorm watch. Anywhere really from Warner Robins and south, we still have those flash flood warnings, even a flash flood emergency as you head just west of I-75 into Spalding County. Now for us across the area, we're definitely going to switch to the severe thunderstorm watch instead of the tornado warnings, tornado watch we had earlier. Again, for this line of storms that's producing this wet weather. Now across the area, if we can switch to max 2 for me, please, that'd be helpful. It's me max 1. That'd be helpful for me so that we can get this severe thunderstorm warning a little bit more close. Thank you so much. So severe thunderstorm warning again for Bleckley, Lawrence, Twiggs, and Wilkinson County. Jeffersonville, you are in this, Danville as well. I'll zoom in a little bit closer so you can see what we're really seeing with this line. Again, not it's more of a damaging wind threat than anything for this afternoon. Jeffersonville, you're right underneath this. So if you're in Jeffersonville, you just need to be inside right now because the gustiest winds are rolling through along with some of that frequent lightning and heavy, heavy downpours. Of course, we could also see some hail within the storms that we're seeing today. So I'll go to our hail core sizes, maybe a little bit of pea-size hail. Just south of Dry Branch, north of I-16, and then on our extreme eastern parts of the Houston County, Twiggs County lines. Now again, severe thunderstorm warning for this really, really gusty line of winds and storms rolling just about to hit our radar in Jeffersonville right now, north of I-16, all the way down as you head into Bonaire, you are in this as well. I'm opening up the chat for Facebook to see what's going on, if you have any questions going on. Okay, so hey everybody, it's getting dark in Dublin. Yes, all this stuff is coming through us, coming for our southern counties that haven't really seen much of the rain that we had earlier. It's coming for us now, but it'll be very slow in progression for this, and including those areas into Lawrence County, Dublin, especially if you live in the western side of Dublin. This is your severe thunderstorm warning, again, until 12:30 this afternoon. Dudley also in this severe thunderstorm warning. And then that will progress as you head into the east. Now, still having this storm over here as you head into East Lawrence County. Not severe, but still seeing some of that activity. I'll see what this update is for with the beeping that we have going on. They're continuing that severe thunderstorm warning, but they've clipped it down. So Houston County, you are no longer in this severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be really for eastern Twiggs County into much of Wilkinson County, and then out again as you head into Lawrence County, down I-16, through Dudley, Dublin, all of those. Now the gustiest winds, what they're really warning for is this kind of collage of cells and collage of storms right here along I-16, just south and west of Jeffersonville. So right around here is where that really, really gusty winds that could be damaging are rolling through now. So of course, if you're in that area, please just be inside of any type of building for right now. So in terms of winds, when you start to see, a little bit of gusting, you see the brighter colors are where we're seeing that gusty winds. Don't worry too much about this red because we're right here at the radar. It's just showing winds going out, in and out, and not really showing much rotation. So that's good news for us. Again, hail sizes, we could see some type of pea-sized hail just north and west of Jeffersonville right now, south and east of Dry Branch. This is all along our severe thunderstorm warning that we have in place. That is until 6 p.m. That's for pretty much 2/3 of central Georgia as you head south through Georgia. Bibb County, you're not included in this. Jones, Baldwin, up through Hancock, Putnam, Jasper, Monroe, Upson, Lamar. Not for you guys, everybody else. This replaced our tornado watch we had earlier that expired at 11 a.m. Our severe thunderstorm watch is until 6 p.m. Now I'll show you a little bit of what we can expect on future view. I'm just looking through your comments right now. Again, like Houston County, you're not in this. Baldwin County, you are not included in this. Stormy in Wrightsville. Will this be out of Warner Robins by 2 p.m.? So this is what I'm going to show you on future view, that this cold front is going to be moving super slowly. So even if that particular storm is going to be out of your hair, we'll have storms still progressing from west to east, from the Alabama border all the way through as we head into the rest of the day. Very, very slow moving cold front for us today. By 2 p.m., still seeing some of those heavy rain, Dublin all the way down into Cordele. Again, these pinks probably noting a little bit of hail within those storms, continuing through 4 to 5, and then somewhat dying down as we head into dinner time tonight. This is where we're going to start to see that threat for severe weather pretty much dissolve. Now, tomorrow, we still have the chance to see some type of rain, but I will show you the tornado potential that's much different than what we had yesterday, much lower. I mean, we're on the little light blue scale, so low tornado threat, if any, and that will continue to pretty much fade away throughout the afternoon. So the main threat for us right now is going to be that damaging wind threat, and then possibility for large hail, and of course, flash flooding. And I'll show you some of those right now. We still have ongoing flash flood warnings in effect for a lot of our northern counties. So this is for, well, this flash flood emergency, that's right outside of the area in Spalding County. You may have gotten an alert that the dam, it may fail today, and that water would flow into the Flint River. So we're going to be careful about that one, but this flash flood warning, is in effect for parts of Coweta, Meriwether, Pike, Upson, into Monroe counties. A lot of rain that came down earlier near just north of Forsyth. We've also seen some of those entrance and exit ramps on 75 being flooded as well. Thankfully, no reports of the actual highway itself flooding. We also have this flash flood warning that's in effect, if I can get it, there we go. Flash flood warning for Baldwin, Jones, Twiggs, and Wilkinson. As you see, still some rain coming down as you head south and west of Gray, north side of Macon, into Lizella, and then some heavier stuff coming down as you head south of Milledgeville into Gordon, Irvington. Again, severe thunderstorm warning is what we're on for, is until 12:30, so the end of midday. Again, in a few minutes, we're going to transition into midday, so you can watch us live through the app and on air as we break down more of this severe weather possibility. Now, elsewhere in central Georgia, we are still seeing some of that heavier rain. So Fort Valley getting some lightning strikes right now, all the way down to Marshallville and south as you head into parts of Macon County. Warner Robins still getting some heavier rain, but again, you got moved out of that severe thunderstorm warning. And then heading east, we are still seeing some heavy rainfall as you head into Dublin, out into Wrightsville, Harrison, and then just right outside of our DMA. Now, if you live south of these places, you may be getting a sprinkle or two, but the heaviest stuff will slowly roll through central Georgia this afternoon, bringing that chance for some severe weather again all along this severe thunderstorm watch that we have in effect until 2 p.m. Okay, let me see, 6 p.m. Looking at your comments now. Hi, everybody. Okay, some parts of I-75 between Forsyth and Macon are flooded. Jessica, if you could tell us exactly where those exit ramps or the crossroads are, that'd be very helpful so that we can get that information out to others who may be driving along those roads. Again, severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 6 p.m. That's for really Washington County through Crawford, not including Bibb County, into Taylor and everywhere as you head south through the area. Again, this is the timeline of the storms that I will show again as we head into the midday show, but a slow progressing cold front for us that is going to spark the opportunity for more severe weather for us and, of course, flash flooding. So through noon to 2 p.m., again, notice still hitting the same areas that it's hitting now in terms of Dublin into Wrightsville, but now including parts of Unadilla and Eastman into Cordele. And then we'll continue to see that rainfall slowly move out of the area with those storms. Again, severe thunderstorm watch ends at 6 p.m. That's when our threat pretty much is over with for central Georgia. And then we may have some lingering showers in the area. Can I show the wind speeds? Absolutely. Give me 1 second. So of course we could, regardless of thunderstorm activity, we can also see just non-thunderstorm winds as this pushes through. We have seen some gustier winds earlier pulling from the south. That's pulling in all that warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, fueling these showers and storms. But again, Future View shows that through the day, regardless of any thunderstorm activity, we will still see wind gusts up to 25 miles an hour as we start around lunchtime. And then once we get these storms kind of out of our hair, maybe a few more wind gusts up to about 25 for places like Montgomery County. But for everywhere else, what we're seeing is winds dying down once that front moves out. I do want to show you again, this is what we're really seeing. We've seen some flooding on the Riverside. Again, exit 116 on I-75, that ramp to the northbound side of 75. Did see some flooding, and that's the potential that we could see as we head through the rest of the day as these storms train, or training mean going over one or a few areas over and over and over again. We've seen half a foot of rain in some of our northern counties. So again, this flash flood warning in green encompassing Jones out into Baldwin and Bibb County, that is in effect today, as well as the flash flood warning in effect for parts of Monroe County and in Spalding County. Again, watching earlier for that dam in Spalding County, flashing the flash flood emergency for that threat for the dam to fail. If this does fail, that rain will be rolling into parts of the Flint River. Wanye.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
WMAZ Midday starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Wanye Reese. Thank you so much for joining us. Central Georgia is cleaning up and checking the damage after a wave of storms overnight. The most important message right now, law enforcement in several areas are saying, if you don't need to travel, please stay home. I mean, that's because flooding, downed lines, and fallen limbs have made traveling dangerous. With that in mind, let's go ahead and get a check of your forecast. Taylor, what can you tell the folks to expect as far as weather the rest of the day? Because I mean, it's been pretty bad.
It's been bad, and we can definitely see some of that continue for our places that really haven't seen much rainfall at all for today. Right now, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Bleckley, Lawrence, Twiggs, and Wilkinson County, and that's until 12:30. This afternoon. Notice the way that we notice these storms that are gusting and maybe bringing some hail is this kind of bowing segment within that system. It's pushing right now past Jeffersonville now, but heading into places like Nicholsville, out into Dudley. You are up next down 16. If you have to head down 16 at any point in the next about 20 minutes, I would not do so. Danville, you are seeing these gusty winds, and if you live anywhere down down Highway 80, into Allentown, please, please, please be inside your house. We also see some frequent lightning. We've also seen some pea-sized hail with this. We also do have the chance for some flash flooding across the area with flash flood warnings in effect for a lot of our northern counties. I'll break down a lot more of the 7-day forecast and today's forecast. It comes up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Taylor. We'll check in with you again in a few minutes. Well, a lot of you are now dealing with flooding and road closures this afternoon. That's due to all the rain that came with the storms. Check out this video from Doug Evans at Fall Line Brewing. He shared this video with us showing water rushing down Plum Street. Yeah. Megan Bibb says parts of Amerson River Park are closed because the Ocmulgee River is flooding. The boat launch and dirt trail are closed. They are also putting up barriers to close other areas. Jimmy Gaunt with the Macon Transit Authority says the terminal station is flooded. She says the combination of rain and wind brought water into the building. Right now, the terminal station is working to reopen. Chris Floor with the Bibb County says the tax commissioner's office and City Hall are temporarily closed. He says they've also received reports of trees down around Macon blocking roads. If you see something like that, you should call the non-emergency number at 478-751-7500. Again, that number right there on your screen. It's 478-751-7500. We also checked in with the Bibb County Sheriff's Office. Lieutenant Sean Defoe says they're seeing traffic lights down around town. Remember, if you come across a traffic light that isn't working, treat it like a four-way stop. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the photos you all have sent us this morning. We're getting a lot of content from Gray and Jones County. This viewer on Griswoldville Road sent us photos of hail. You can see it's pretty big, maybe the size of a coin, and it's scattered all over the porch. It kind of looks like snow, right? Here's some flooding in Gray. A viewer sent us these photos of Rock Creek off of Greenwood Road. You can see the water washing right over what looks like a driveway. More hail happening this time in Macon. A viewer on Briarcliff Road says they got, quote, globs of hail on their porch. And Nate on Hammock Road says he got quarter to nickel size hail. We want to take a moment to remind you to send us photos and videos only when it's safe for you to do so. Your safety, it is our #1 priority. But if you have trees down or you see damage in your area, you can go ahead and share them with us. You can go ahead and text it to that number on your screen or just upload them through the Near Me feature on our app. Thousands in central Georgia lost power as we came through those storms this morning. At one point in Macon-Bibb County, there was around 6,000 Georgia Power customers here in Bibb County who did not have power. So let's go ahead and see if we can take a look at those numbers right now. Do we have that, you guys? Okay, we don't have it, so we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. Today's storms came after a weekend of bad weather. It's confirmed now that tornadoes touched down in Troup County and in Baldwin County. Right now, we don't know the rating of the Baldwin storm. Today, Governor Brian Kemp will tour both of those counties. Georgia Emergency Management Agency Director Chris Stallings and other officials will join him. The governor is set to have a news conference in Troup County at 5 p.m. Kemp yesterday declared a state of emergency after the storms rolled through. The order will allow the state to bring in some additional resources needed for the recovery and cleanup. The order lasts until next Monday unless the governor decides to renew it. Well, people in Baldwin County, they saw a lot of damage. Just take a look at your screen. Strong winds hit Baldwin County's Atrium Health Navicine Hospital. The hospital reported yesterday morning the storm hit just before 8. It twisted off trees, bent signs, and broke out a few windows. EMA Director Wayne Johnson says the hospital possibly got some roof damage as well. Yesterday, the hospital was on backup power, but now their power has been restored. Another big trouble spot in Milledgeville, that's North Jefferson Street. Downed power lines blocked the major roadway for several hours. Winds also knocked down trees and scattered debris. Another major street, North Columbia, saw damage to businesses. First responders had to remove a person from a laundromat. The storm knocked out windows and knocked down signs, as you can see right there. The storm ruined the inventory and left water damage at T's Boutique and Stuff.
I'm praying and hoping that he get this building back right, but in the meantime, I'll be looking for a new location and I'll be moving forward. Can't let nothing hold me down.
Amen. Other stores on the strip saw damage and roofing was left hanging over power lines, but the owners were a lot just like that owner you spoke to, trying to keep positive. We continue to see road closures across central Georgia from flash flooding. You need to be cautious even if the roads you travel on or your county isn't on this list. In Upson County, Jeff Davis Road is closed near the DOT entrance after it washed out. Here are pictures of various flooded roads in Monroe County yesterday. Just after midnight, the EMA there reported the northern lane of Highway 42 flooded near Box Ankle Road. Abernathy Road, Byers Road, Edwards Road, and Smith Road were all closed by flooding at points during the day. There are also reports of roads flooded in Jones and Putnam County. And if you don't already have it, I want you to go ahead and download the 13 WMAZ mobile app. You can get it in the Google Play or Apple Store, or you can quickly go ahead and scan that QR code on your screen if you're watching us on TV. Once you get the app, be sure to sign up for notifications and you'll get the latest weather and news alerts sent right to your phone. It's definitely a good resource to have today. A state of emergency has also been issued for Mississippi after severe